This program cannot function without your questions, and I'd like to once again just remind you of the details to which you can send your questions. If you'd like to email your questions, you can email us at faithmatters@mta.tv. That's faithmatters@mta.tv. Or if you'd prefer to fax, the fax number is +44 208 687 8037. Moving now on to another one of the questions that we've had, and this is from Lubna Mahmood Sahiba from Canada. And she, with reference to her son, actually, and she says that her son, it's quite a long question, but I'll summarize. She says that her son was named by Hazrat Khalifatul Masih as Muhammad Talha, and the first name being Muhammad. And she says, I like to call him by his first name, but some people have told her it's not right to call him by his first name, and instead she should perhaps call him Talha, which is the middle name, as it is the blessed name of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, and that there are chances of it being shortened perhaps, and that would kind of, in a way, maybe insult or disgrace the name of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. And she said, is it right, or in fact, is it wrong to call somebody by that name if they're named in that way? And by using it, are you, bringing some kind of insult or disgrace on the Holy Prophet ﷺ?
Well, the first thing is that is about the name of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. It is the most blessed name. So therefore, the most loved one is the name of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. So therefore, there cannot be any question of anybody thinking that, well, there could be anything better substitute for that. So the name is right, but the name must be used in a proper way. She has mentioned that some people make it short, and just by making it like a nickname or anything else, they just give it a different connotation, different way of pronunciation. That is not right. So therefore, twisting the name or making it sound differently or shorten it, that is not right. As a matter of fact, I would say that even in writing, many times it has been seen that people, instead of writing the full wording of the name Muhammad, M-O-H-A-M-M-A-D, some people write M-O-H-D, which is not right. And I remember that Khalifatul Masih Khamis, Ayyadahullah Ta'ala bin Aziz, soon after he came to the office of Khilafat, one of the earlier instructions which he gave was that the name should always be pronounced, written fully. And that is the grace of this name and respect for the name that must be maintained. So in the same way, I would say that in daily conversation, the name, whenever it has to be mentioned, it should be pronounced fully with great respect, and also the respect should be taught to the children. They should also be made to realize that, look, your name is the same name which was the name of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. So they should also be careful and mindful that they must show a good character and good example of that one.
So really the message there is that there is no harm, and in fact one should, in the way in which we're taught, pronounce the name and say the name properly. Yes. And the actual harm is done when that name is reduced or condensed, yes, and uses a nickname or mispronounced.
Yes, that's right.
I mean, the thing there is that it's an honor and gives you special regard for the Holy Prophet ﷺ when you have been named after him. And you should always have this in mind, that certainly I have been named after him, and that my deeds also should be reflect what the Prophet has taught us and what he has. But the other thing that I think Lubna also should be reminded is that there are lots of names of Allah that many of the members have taken names from. So in that respect, we are giving that special significance and special importance, that these are attributes of Allah also, and that we should aspire to them. Living in the West, I think she is in Canada, she feels that, I think that the people around them, the Europeans here, may not be able to pronounce those names. But you will find that they will be able to pronounce those names, and they are not the ones that actually do the shortening of these names. It is our own people that they say, well, call me like this. So whenever you explain to them that this is the name of the Prophet, this is what it means, and it is my name, so please take my name in that respect, they always will do that.
I also recall that in one of the saying of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, it is also mentioned that Muslims should name their children after his name. So he himself has mentioned it. So it's a blessed thing to do. The only thing is that the requirements of this blessed name, that should also always be kept in mind. Everyone, the one who is given this name and other people who call their child with that name, both of them, they should keep regard for the sanctity of this blessed name.
Jazakallah.